When you give up food, both enjoyable and necessary, you draw God's attention. Even back then, Jesus warned us not to flaunt our fasting. Jesus warned his disciples not to fast for public acclaim. The fact that he says, "Whenever you fast," indicates that he regards fasting as a legitimate spiritual discipline. To fast is to temporarily abstain from a bodily craving, usually food, for the sake of a spiritual need. Instead of eating, you devote yourself to secret prayer, seeking God's intervention in the kingdom.
To comprehend the effect of fasting, you must first comprehend why it is done. Adam was made from the dust of the earth by God. The elements in our bodies are only worth a few dollars on the open market. It wasn't until God breathed into Adam's nostrils the breath of life that he became a living being. Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Your true worth is found in your soul, not your body. Our non-material selves, not our bodies, are made in God's image. What do we do all the time? We feed our bodies, even overfeeding it, thus starving our souls. When we fast, however, we prioritize the soul over the body. We're pleading with God to nourish our souls. Fasting is based on this theory. When we eat for ourselves, with nothing more than our own satisfaction in mind. But when we fast, we should do so with God in mind, for His pleasure. The stomach screams, "Feed me," when I'm hungry. "I am your obedient servant," you may reply. "I'll do whatever you say." We become slaves to our flesh's cries for nourishment. We eat for ourselves. God, on the other hand, says to us when we fast, "This is for me." Fasting satisfies God in the same way that food satisfies us, because we are telling Him, "The call of my soul for you is greater than the cry of my stomach for food or anything else." If they are trying to close a big deal, some business people can go all day without eating. To put it another way, the value of the contract trumps the value of the meal. God is implying that the same is true in the divine realm. Fasting encourages us to give up a physical craving in order to satisfy a deeper spiritual need.
When you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that you do not appear to men to be fasting, but to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. Fasting, like climbing a mountain, is both spiritually and physically demanding. Set out on this adventure with a clear understanding of what you're doing and the knowledge that the road ahead may be difficult, but the benefits will be well worth it. Start small if this is your first fast. God will honor your first step of faith, which may appear small to others but be a giant one for you. God is also concerned about your heart's response during a fast. Your attitude is a very serious part of your fast. Just like when a man proposes to a woman, it is not the length of his proposal that gets a yes, but his heart. So when you start fasting, don't worry about how long your fast should last. Just make sure your relationship with God is in good working order. God is aware of everything. He understands and values the sincerity of your prayers over and above their length. When you're getting ready to fast, look deep within your heart to find out why you're fasting. Make a list of your cause. Put it down on paper so you can see it with your own eyes. When you keep a cause wrapped up in your mind, it can become blurred or vague. You may have a general idea about why you should fast right now, but take the time to write down your reasoning. It will sharpen your focus if you see it written down. Plan everything. Don't enter your fast casually or with a hit or miss attitude. Plan to succeed. make a firm commitment to fast for 1 day, regardless of the circumstances. If you're fasting for a specific answer to prayer, invite someone else to pray and fast with you. There's strength in numbers. Jesus said, Matthew 18:18-19, "Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Again, truly I tell you, that if 2 of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven." These verses are not just about prayer. They are also about the commitment we make in agreement with someone else.